Hey friends, how are you guys doing? First of all, it's been such a long time since I've done a video and I'm really excited to be back showing you my planner. It's been at least a year and it has flown by in some ways, and then it's taken a really long time in other ways. So first of all, if you don't want to hear the intro, you can totally skip ahead to where I'm just showing the planner. Just want to give an update. I didn't really use my planner all that much when my daughter was born. Funny that when you have a child, you think that you're gonna need your planner more, but really all we kind of did was hang out at the house. She ate, she slept, and that was pretty much it for a while. So as things started picking up in our lives and as she started getting older, her birthday's coming up, all these appointments, everything that I want to do around the house, stuff like that, I needed my planner again, and that's okay. I totally understand when people don't use their planner, because I've been there, and when I do use my planner, I use it a whole lot. So with that being said, you're gonna see a lot of I guess productivity things in here more than like decoration, but I absolutely love decorating as well. So to each their own. Everybody kind of has their own style, and I think that's what's so fun about watching these planner setups. So let's just go ahead and get into it. My daughter is 10 months now and she's sleeping, so I thought this would be the best time to film this video. So first of all, this is a Foxy Fix personal. It's not a personal wide, just a regular personal, and I love Foxy Fix. I'm starting a little collection. I only have 2, but to me that's a huge collection because I hate when planners just sit around. I tend to like sell them and then rebuy them, and yeah, now I am going to just start collecting these Foxy. So this sugar cookie has been on my list for a while, and I did get it pre-loved, and I really love the color. I think it matches with a lot of different themes and things like that. So that's what planner this is. On the side right here, you can see that it is closing, but I do have some things in here that are making it kind of awkward. And then I have just a little fluffy paper clip here at the top. So without further ado, let's get into it. You are going to see a glare at first because I have my lights and it's really helping to show the planner really good. So you won't see it all the time though. So let's just go ahead and start with this side. Everything is really minimal. For me, that's just how my brain works, and when I get too crazy with decorating, I lose it, but that's just me. So over here, I just have a picture of my daughter, and you're gonna see tons of pictures in here because that's my thing. So just a forewarning. And then right here in the pocket, I just keep 3 things, and that is sticky notes. So these ones right here from Target, these are also from Target, and then a little laminated journaling card type thing, a calendar card from the Planner-etic box. So almost everything we see in here is going to be from the Planner-etic box, and the Planner-etic box is a subscription box that I own and run, and so I basically just use all of my stuff for that month, and that's what I'm using. I'm using January's box, papers, pen, things like that. So I'll go ahead and let you know. But while we're on that same topic, I'm probably not going to be able to link everything below. So if you want to take notes, grab your planner, write down some shops, and hopefully that'll be enough. If you do have any questions though, drop them below and I will keep a lookout. I already feel myself getting out of breath. Okay. So right here I actually keep 2 different things. I keep a friction highlighter. This is erasable with friction, and it's a pink one. It came in a pack of 3. And then I keep my Sharpie in here. This is a black Sharpie, all black. I really like the all black. I just recently found it, but I've been using Sharpie since, I don't even know, since I've had a planner, I guess. I also used it when I was in college for my notes. I just love it. So the pen that I have over here, I use once in a while, but it's mostly for decoration, and I do love that pen. So that's what I have there. And then right here I have just an ollie clip, and that's just holding together like the front pages right here until you get to my note pages. So I'm gonna take that off. On the front, I just have some laminated acetate, again from the Planner-etic box, and then I have a picture of my daughter. This was when she was, I think, turning 7 months old around October, and I just really love the way it came out. Then I just have like a little sticky note hub, and when I say sticky note hub, I just mean I have some sticky notes on here, but I just take random notes whenever I'm on a phone call, or if I have to just jot something down that I don't necessarily need to have on a note page. That's what I use this for. So I have my first divider right here, and inside of this first divider it's just notes and paper. So I just have a picture of my husband and my daughter right on this front part, and I put it on a sticky note so that I can take it off and put it on my next divider. But my first page is really just random notes that I took on the setup that I wanted, and that's basically it. Whenever I'm setting up a planner or really trying to get like my sections together, I fill this out just like this. And then I took all the other notes out because there was a bunch of scribbles on like numbers and bills and stuff like that, so I took them out. But I just basically have paper in here. I take notes all the time, so I have a bunch of paper in here. My second divider is calendar. So within the calendar I have a couple of things. I'm just going to take this off for the sake of it bulking up the planner. But right here I have a year at a glance from the Planner Spot, and I used this last year and I absolutely loved it. I referenced it so much. It's not just there just to be there. I really did use it a lot. And I color code everything so that I can see it at a glance. And once I get used to it throughout the year, I don't have to look at my key anymore, but the key is there for my reference. So I have here my hubby's days off. He's a teacher, so he has a few, you know, vacation and off days. Birthdays, holidays, my menstrual cycle, vacations. And then back here I just have like the line means that my husband's vacation is throughout that month. So I just went ahead and put little dots. The little dots are from Nicole Hutch Designs. I've had these for a while and I love them. I need to reorder. And then I just have my husband's old school schedule calendar and his new one. This one right here is from the Planner Spot, and I do have several inserts from the Planner Spot. I don't know what I'm going to use this yet for, but I come up with things all the time, so I do have it in here just in case I do think of something, and if I don't think of something soon, I'll take it out. Next, I just have my months at a glance, and I have here until June. This is really simple. This is just appointments, birthdays, things like that to remember, because I do have a EC monthly that I want to track my finances in, so I am getting that up and running, and I don't want to have any crossover because my brain won't allow me to look at both and stay looking at both, if that makes sense. So I have here the washi tape from January's Planner-Addict box, and I am going to be inserting February's. Now, for me, I used to be somebody that would not go and write in anything for the next months, but I found that there was no reason for me to do that because I felt like I was using a specific kit or anything. I just add the washi tape and I just add some stickers and maybe some highlighters. So I went ahead and filled in the things that I knew were permanent and the things that were going to happen all the way through June. So I have that in there. And then the inserts that I'm using for the weeklies are Peanuts Planner Co. I really like this style. This is something that I've honestly been using for years in a different type of format. So this one right here has like the weekly tracker that I don't normally use, so I do stick whatever I can right there, but I've always used kind of like a week at a glance and then a to-do list on the side, and I really do like dailies as well. I've used that for some time, but this has been working. As you can see, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday things must have gotten a little bit crazy and I didn't go and update, and I've given myself permission to not have to write every single thing down. As long as my life is being, you know, in order, my life is in order, everything's being kind of like controlled to the best of my ability, then I'm good to go. But having just kind of like the beginning of my week at least ready to go does help. So I have that, and then this is this week's, so a little bit more filled out, a little bit helpful, but as you can see, even Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not much going on, so I don't have too much in there. So this next section here is my list section. I'm going to pick it up a little bit because there's a glare. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get that glare out somehow. But in this section is a bunch of things. Honestly, I'm thinking about maybe labeling, but really everything is just kind of thrown in there. But I do know it's in this section, so if it gets a little bit out of control, I might do some organizing. But the first thing I have in here is my goals for 2018. I really sat down and actually waited. I actually waited until the year started, until January came. And I'll tell you why if you're interested, or you can just skip ahead. But I waited because I wanted to fill out the things that I wanted for the year. At the end of last year, it was so crazy, you know, having a new baby, and things are just so different. You know, your schedule, your normal, everything changes. If you've had kids, you probably understand what I mean. And there's no really telling the things that you want to accomplish until you feel like you're back into your normal routine. And for me, that happened in January. I'm doing a lot of things, changing a lot of things, trying to accomplish a lot of things. So I waited, and I really sat down and I thought about the things that I felt were attainable. Because oftentimes with our goals, we think about things that are just so big, so out there, and that's awesome. I still have those, but I also thought about just the normal everyday things I wanted to get out of my day. So I do have those things. I split them up into different categories: personal, spiritual, organizational, financial, and then Everly. So this is my one word for the year, which is just to relax. Okay, so next I have another laminated sheet, and kind of on the same lines of my goals, I made this little daily habits that make you feel good. So I made this insert because I was thinking about my goals, and I was thinking about what I can do kind of daily whenever I feel like I'm off track, or whenever I just feel like I'm in a crummy mood, things like that. So I can look at this and I can start doing some of these things. If I'm getting off track, I can look at this and I can just get right back to it. So this is a little better look at it because of the glare. So this is a free printable that I made for you guys. I'm going to link my blog below where you can download it, and you can put it in your planner if you feel like you also need something like this. So basically just go to bed early, wake up early, make a gratitude list, read a book, declutter, make your bed, drink water, review your goals, and have a green smoothie. You can also do something similar like this with your own goals, and but if you're interested in this, that'll be below. So next I just have my weekly routine. So I wanted to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. So my weekly routine, this is it. I've been really into typing things out lately and putting them in my planner. Just feels a little bit more like uniform to me, and that's kind of what I need right now. So that's what I did. And I have an AM routine, a midday routine, Everly's bedtime routine, a PM routine, and I just go through and mark them off the next day. And I don't feel bad if anything didn't get done. I just kind of analyze what's going on and I move on to the next day. So I have a few of those printed out, and I'll just add washi to each of the pages, and I will just print them out each week. If anything changes, I'll just change it. So I have that. The next thing I have is part of my goals. I have a 2018 organization plan, and I've just been adding to it throughout the month. So a couple things are just like cleaning up my MacBook, organizing my pictures, keeping my DVR clean, purging at the end of the month, going through bank statements each month, making folders for my MacBook, which I've already done. But these are things that I want to make sure that I'm updating all the time so I stay on track. And then I have a project life and picture documenting plan. So I want to go ahead and document some more. I actually have a ton of pictures that I want to catch up on for 2017, which is when my daughter was born. I want to catch up on all of those pictures, and then I want to start fresh for this year. Sounds pretty crazy, but I know that if I actually put my mind to it, I can do it. So I have a little plan for that. And then this also goes along with the plan. This is a year at a glance from Peanuts Planner Co. And I love it because I can go ahead and just mark down my progress as far as months go. So on the 25th is when I actually went to Target and I moved all of my pictures from my camera over to a USB. So then I'm going to move them onto my computer, and then I can keep the USB and I can have that for later on whenever I need to print out a new picture, or just to keep so she can look back on them, things like that. So I did that there, so I know that whenever I go and take out more pictures, it's going to be from that day forward. And then I can just mark off when I'm done documenting January, February, etc. And that's how I'm going to keep track of documenting. Next, I just have some Valentine's Day stuff. So these are some things that I want to do for my husband, and I went ahead and printed out a picture, wrote down a little shopping list right there. The thing I really want to work on is my wardrobe. I don't have a ton of clothing. I actually have just like a few key pieces, but those pieces are already outdated. They're not things that I can like work with and make new outfits out of, so I'm going to try and do a capsule wardrobe. So I have some information here on getting that done. This is just a wardrobe checklist right here, so I can kind of mark down when I've gotten these things. And then I have just some inspirational pictures here on some of the outfits that I want to get. This is like kind of like the style that I was going for, so I am going to try to look for these pieces at the stores that I shop at. So I have a few of those right there, so I can just kind of look at that. The next thing that I have is for cleaning. So I'm really big this year on just simplifying and keeping everything to a minimum. A temporary home right now until we get into our forever home, which is hopefully happening soon. So I don't want to accumulate a bunch of things. And even when I just moved out of the home that I was in December, I was shocked at the amount of things that I had accumulated and actually how long it took to move out. So to avoid that from happening, I went ahead and went on Pinterest, and this is actually from a blog called The Typical Mom. So if you're interested in getting these, you can go to her blog and get them, but I did just size them down to the appropriate size and punch them in. So if you're interested, you're going to want to just size it down to the size of your planner. So this is January Purge checklist, and I'm almost done. I just need to go through my clothes, and I've basically done everything for January. So I have a February cleaning checklist, a spring cleaning checklist, which I guess takes care of just spring in general. But if you're keeping up with it, it shouldn't be too much. A March cleaning and purging, a summer cleaning schedule, October, November, and then I have things you should do twice a year, as well as a moving checklist. So that's going to come in handy once we move in the next couple of months here. The next thing that I have here is an address book, and I really need this because I do send out cards and things like that to family members, so I love having this. And this is from Annie Plans. And then the next insert that I have is passwords, which I also love. I recommend Annie's because you can see that they're really big. A lot of the password inserts that I've gotten in the past, they're really small, so I like that this is bigger. I can actually put account numbers, PIN numbers, things like that, so I do like her inserts for that. And then the next section that I have right here is for my daughter Everly. Everything that pertains to her is in this section. The first thing I have is just this little cup right here I got from Live Life and Create. Florence has a new shop. This is a printable, and I really, really love it, so I have that there. And then I just went ahead and typed out a list of her must-haves. Really simple: diapers, wipes, this is supposed to be a pacifier, and then a teether, so I have that on hand. Oh, I'm out of breath. I have not filmed a video this long in a long time, so bear with me. I feel like I'm getting a little bit delirious as well. Okay, we're almost there. So the next thing I have here is just a baby sign language little reference sheet that I sized down, and a couple things that I want to teach her that are really simple I can have on hand. And then I have a couple inserts for her like learning and development. I actually have a teacher background. I have a credential in elementary school teaching, so this stuff right here is like right up my alley. I just need to go and purchase a couple things. So I just went on Pinterest and I found a couple of pictures of things that I wanted to do with her, and I made kind of like a little collage. So I have little activities here. I just need to make a shopping list now for the things that I need. The next thing I have is for Everly's first Valentine's Day. I want to take some pictures. I have like lighting and stuff, so I want to take a couple pictures of her and do a couple of art projects with her for family members. So I just wrote that down, and it really helps for me to have pictures because I can really see what I'm working towards, and then I can just go ahead and just go off of that. So the next thing is Everly's birthday party. She's turning 1 in March. If you've planned a birthday party before, you know how stressful it can get, and for me, I love birthday parties and I love planning them. So I need to get a hold on this or I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, so I just did a brain dump, and then after the brain dump, I went ahead and created like a checklist of the things that needed to get done kind of in order, and that way it's on hand. And then I also created kind of like an inspirational board like I did for the developmental activities, and I just have things like her decorations, her tables, the balloons, her cake smash pictures, high chair, dessert table, let's see, other decorations and things, dessert table, photo booth, the kids activity table, grab bags and favors, the outfit that I'm going to wear, which I'm really excited for. Me and my husband are going to wear these ones. And then just a couple of other things. So obviously her birthday party is going to be Beauty and the Beast because Belle is the best princess, Disney princess of them all. We can argue about it in the comments if you want, but no, I'm kidding. But I love that this is going to be her first birthday party because it's just going to it's just going to be fun. So I'm excited. Then I have just a couple of party related printables, like how much to serve at a party, and then this is a checklist that I printed out and sized down so that I can just make sure that I'm on track and just make sure everything goes smoothly. And then the last thing I have in here is a printable from So Much Crafting, and this is just things that I want to ask her doctor, or just really just to keep a record of what I was going to the doctor for, so that I kind of have that. It's just good to have that. I have a couple of those, and then I just have my last section, or second to last section. This is like stickers and things like that. So I just have a little fly leaf right here with a pocket, 2 pockets, mostly with pictures, but I have a couple of fun little samplers here from a few of my favorite shops, and then some back here as well. And then just pictures of my daughter and my husband, and then I have a couple of stickers in here. So I'll just quickly go through them really quick. And then I have a top-loading envelope of a couple more stickers. Again, the cup from Live Life and Create on Etsy, and then some stickers here from a few of my favorite shops. And then this is a little die cut from the Honey Bee shop, who I love as well. So that's where you can find that one. The last one that I have here is really just random stuff. So I have a picture, a little collage thing of me and my family. And then I have these are some business cards that I'm not going to show you, and then pictures right here of other family members. This is a Ziploc, just like a little zip pocket that I have more pictures in, stamps, things that make me happy, like notes from my husband and stuff like that. And then last but not least, because I'm officially out of breath and my mouth kind of hurts a little bit, but I have some sticky notes. So these are just like to plan ahead or really for anything. These are from the Happy Planner. They always fall out, so I don't even know why I even have them in here anymore. But then I have a page lifter. I always keep the kit that I'm using for the week inside of my planner. And the kit that I'm using this week is from MP Designs Co. So I was using those. Back here, I just have stickers from some more of my favorite shops. A couple more sticky notes, of course. Page flags, sticky notes, and then just my pen. So we have reached the end of the planner setup. I hope you found it interesting. I hope that I didn't talk too much, that I didn't go overboard talking about things, which can happen. It's been a while, guys. So again, if you want the insert that I made, it's actually just a picture, but you can put it into an insert, or you can just print it out like that and have like a little card. You can go ahead and click below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you soon.